Thank you very much. I'm going to be doing 4 arrangements using various containers that you see before you. I'm of the Sogetsu school. Sogetsu means grass on the moon, and it was established in 1927. Other Ikebana schools, for example, like Ikenobo, which means really a priest beside a lake. Ike is a lake and Bo is a priest, and that has a history of 1,000 years. Now my school just celebrated this past year the 80th anniversary. So as you can see, our philosophy or mission is you can arrange anywhere, anytime, and with any material. And that is a very 20th century, 21st century idea. Ikebana originally came from the roots of Buddhism. And Buddhism, as you may know, is religious. And it was to give flowers, and they were very big. They were called R-I-K-K-A, Rikka arrangements, which were enormous arrangements. And they were placed in front of the temples. And from that vertical arrangement, the arrangement you will see today is a long evolution. The headmaster of my Sogetsu school, Mr. Sofu Teshigahara, he was of the Ikenobo school. But in 1920s, he got together with these avant-garde men like, you must know Mr. Noguchi. He has Isamu Noguchi has something at the Metropolitan. He's a sculptor, but he's also half Italian, half Japanese. But Mr. Sofu, Mr. Noguchi, and other avant-garde writers got together, and they decided to kind of change the artistic world. And Ikebana, fortunately, was among them. In my school, I had the good fortune to study this school from the age of 16, and I being only like 25. But, you know, it's almost spanning 40 years. So, so you see the results of that. And also my big teacher, who is not here, my master teacher is my mother, and I am her student. My friend Marie-Hélène Rausch, she's a student of my mother's, and Madame, she was the assistant at the Peak Skill one, Vivian Huang, and she'll do a demonstration with the big guys next week with the Sogetsu branch. She'll do a demonstration there, and she's also a student. So, okay, we'll begin. Okay, I have this one. Okay, and this one. Oh, okay. No, this is one, no. So, should I speak into that? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, this container, arrangements can be made with the container, you know, using that as a point, or you can arrange, you can design, that means sketching, and then making the arrangement. Whichever challenge you take is very interesting for Ikebana arranger. Ikebana, by the way, means just arranging flowers. It's a generic word that says to arrange fresh flowers. However, today I'm using some dry materials, white birch, and this is the gold painted ones. And this is going to evoke something of the New Year, the Shinnen. Japanese word for New Year is called Shinnen. And these 2 containers are by Saeko Bear. She has a studio in Maryland. And the one farthest to your right is also Saeko Bear's. And Vivian, my assistant, advised me that I should just arrange and not talk too much. So this evokes the New Year, or spring, coming of the spring. New Year means really the spring. So daffodils, and this is from Nice, I believe. I went in yesterday in the wonderful weather into the city. This is mimosa, acacia.
It's snowing in Nice.
Yes. Oh, it's snowing in Nice. Okay. So Oh, I've never had so many helpers.
You bunch this together, right?
Oh yes, if you could take it up, yeah.
You want to
Take it apart, yeah. So, there we are. So it's really, you know, basically in Ikebana, there is upright and slanting arrangement. So this one is upright because of by virtue of the fact the containers are kind of upright. Was I supposed to? These, by the way, are very pliable. Oh yes.
Do you have foam on the bottom to stick it into?
Oh, you mean Oasis?
Yeah.
No. This is we do not. The Ikebana school usually are against Oasis unless you actually do a table center. So I have nothing here. But as you see, all these, you know, openings, they help secure. So this is just placed in. And then what you do is you cut this at an angle, and so that hits the wall of the other side. So there's like that point, and then the point you touch here. So there's basically 2 points to stabilize, you know. It's all mechanics. Anyone here can do it. So, and let's see. So this is, I'm arranging toward you. So get to school, we have to arrange, I think I go this way, yeah. Backwards, meaning we're not allowed to use lazy Susans. The other schools do, when they do it. So I'm thinking of, there's something called the main line, shushi. So this is basically the main line. And then the other things that I would put in are the additional stems, or the jushi. And comments. You know, gold is not that often seen in Japan in New Year's. They use maybe red and white, silver maybe. But gold is more Western. But I think it's pretty. As you see, I'm going to kind of use yellows, kind of make it monochromatic. That's, you know, yellowy. Okay. Okay. And this is, again, you just, you know, put it into this opening. There's the... And then I'm going to add a little bit here in a crisscross. So.
What is the rationale for you having to arrange in front of you instead of it facing you?
Oh, you mean arranging toward me and then turning it?
It seems more difficult.
It is. It really is. Because you have to think 180 degrees, and you can practice with mirrors. I don't know. Maybe it's hard to get lazy Susans, you know, because this, you know, two arrangements like this, it's hard to move. But if you were on a platform, but the thing is, you get to see the process of going, And at 18, when I saw my first arrangement, that's when the bug bit me. And I was very impressed with, it was the daughter of Mr. Sofu who did the arrangement. And, you know, she did it backwards, and I was like, oh, you know. It's, by practice, you can do that. As you know, many things. You can learn second language, right? Third language. But it's really, if you have the motivation, you can do it. So, yes, I was spending 4 hours yesterday. So, okay. And now, oh yes, mimosa. Which is my big mimosa. Okay, I love mimosa, and I love Nice. I've been only there once, but I love Nice. Let's see. Again, you know, I'm keeping to the line here. Okay, so, oh, I know. And there is water in here, so these dry branches do not need water, but the mimosa does. Oh, well, these are stems. Well, you cut flowers in water, but I guess this is in between. Okay.
So you always make the arrangement this way?
No, just for demonstrations. Okay. Oh, when we are students, you know, you are arranging, and I guess thinking of getting the practice, and you know, it's like drawing, like painting. There are a lot of painters, sculptors, pottery people. She makes containers, and so it's kind of an artistic group of people. But then there are people who are, you know, business people too. Yeah. Let's see. Korean. So I want to give the sense of happiness and, you know, kind of, I guess, joy. That's the New Year. So. They do tend to dry out. I think it's the moisture maybe, but we had a small one at the bottom of the bucket which lasted over a week. The second week was just like this, but in a couple of days it would get, yeah, it dries out. But the scent, I love the scent, but people who have allergy are not too happy with this material. But it's, you know, it's really lovely. So I want something. So you see, I'm more tending toward making one side heavier. We like asymmetry. I don't know if I used it all. Let's see. I think I won't use that. Okay. And these are very tall daffodils.
So is the deliberate entanglement of the two arrangements, is that part of the design?
Yes, it is. Let's see. I think it's okay. Ikebana. Let's see. It's just a, maybe. Could I have a wire? Okay. Oh. Oh, but that's okay. So the flower that's placed in the back is to give depth. So in my school, or in my school, we need to have line, space. Space is like negative space, meaning it's a material for your arrangement, mass, and then this is color, so one color. And the stems that you place toward me or away from you would add perspective. So if you were a painter and you added a short line at the back, and you drew something in the front, and you draw something small above it on a flat piece of canvas, what it gives is perspective. And if you don't have that something in the back, or even color, if you do oils, you have a flat kind of visual thing. Ikebana is very visual, so. And you can keep on adding it if you want. But I did 3. We do 3, 5, try to avoid 4, things like that. Numbers. Okay, so this is my New Year's arrangement, Soviet style. Okay. And should we move it this way? I think I can. Okay. Okay. Okay, just let's see. Oh, I'll move this. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. The quince. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. The quince and the here and the red. Yeah. Quince and okay. So this is quince, and they have a lot now from I guess end of December, and then more will be coming out. But they're probably locally grown at greenhouses. But I got some. I'm going to be doing one of the basic arrangements, and I'll show you. It's very important. When you learn Ikebana, you actually learn by the number of lessons. So if you were to begin today, I would note the date and your number, and you would learn the basic upright. And so this is a new curriculum by the new head mistress. I know that's kind of sounding funny, but the Soget school keeps the top teacher within the family. So she's the granddaughter of Mr. Sofu, who founded the school. And it's very international. In fact, next week, the Munich vice president of the Soviet branch is coming to visit. And she might be able to attend our New Year's event in the city. And I'm like, they have Soviets all over the world. Other schools do, but Sogetsu tends to put their, I guess the policy is more teaching the ideas of Ikebana to other countries, other people. And I'm very fortunate because if I didn't have Ikebana during my college years, I didn't know what, I was culturally like just wanting something Japanese to keep me here in the cold winter, in the city, and going back to my dorm room and arranging my small Ikebana. That's what kept me, And so there's more emotion than what you see. So don't be too critical. So this is here. This is like a basic upright. See? And as you see, it's very clear. And it's like, oh, there's very little, So less is more. And what you learn are angles, perpendicular, the line that goes straight to the horizontal, and how many angles you do. 10, 15 is the basic main line called the shin, and then if it angles 45, that's the second line called the soe, and if it angles 75, that's called the third, and usually it's a flower, and it's called the hikae. And so you learn 3 words beginning, and you actually do have to buy this, or you can buy this later, but it's very visual, and you learn by measuring one of the 2 stems against the container and putting 3 or 4 flowers. And then you would put some things in the lower area of the flower to cover the pinholder. And you have an ikebana, and you put it either to the left or to the right. So that's basically ikebana arrangement. When you look at something, you would judge it how the angle, if each stem is arranged well. So it's very different from table center. I will, however, do a table center of my school at the end, the one on your far right. Okay. So I'm doing a variation number 2, basic upright. This one, I'm doing the branch, one very low and one very upright, and then the flower in between.
Are you being creative, or are you being...
Oh, this is according to the book. So it's a low container, and in the Ikebana world, we call this moribana, and our school was not the one that invented it. In Buddhism, it was all vases. So vase arrangements originated in the East before low containers. And oh yes, the Ohara school, people who may know Ikebana, the Ohara school is another school, quite old. It was, I guess it was born or founded around the Edo period, which is like 1580. I'm not quite sure, so, I might be making a mistake in the year, but it's not 80 years old, it's like hundreds of years old. But they did a moribana, and moribana just means pile up. Pile up flowers. Mori means, if you eat a lot, you say, oh, give me a big helping. You say, morioku, and so you eat a lot. So moribana means pile up flowers. Bana is a word for hana, and when you put it together, you change the sound. So moribana, and that's what it means, pile up flowers. So the vase came first, and this came later as homes became more open to Ikebana. In the beginning, the samurais and the aristocrats did the flowers, the priest class. But then it was for everyone from, I guess, 15-something, the Edo period, which lasted 250 years. Everything, you could do anything then. So it was a very wonderful era in Japanese history. Okay. So no more talking here. Okay. So the main stem, I'm not going to do the fullest. That's going to be the jushi stem, because my mother told me so yesterday in practice. But it's because you want a straight line, clean line. And the pin holder is to your left, because it's an upright arrangement. If it's a slanting, the pin holder would be to your left. No, right, okay. So this is stem. Oh. So the proportion that this is very large, so that one can see it better. So you measure the diameter by eye, and then the height of this, and then you kind of 1.5 or double it. So about here. Let's see. Yeah. This is placed at, you would imagine a triangle, and so this is placed at the top. You would place it in straight. Okay. And tilt it to your left side about 10-15. And that's the main line. It's never straight. It's always off. Okay, and that's the shin. And then the soe is this one. And the soe is 3/4 of the first one. So once you get the first one in, yeah. Oh, the other thing is, you know, quince is bendable. And I want the arrangement to kind of talk to each other, or the elements of my arrangement to be friendly. Okay, so. No, it won't. You'll be okay. It'll be nice. What you're doing is adding the ike, the life to the material, because everyone knows what TLC is. Yes. And even if you touch a leaf and it doesn't seem to change, just the warmth, you know. I know I am also a member of the Garden Club of Mamaroneck, and we have flower shows, and it's when it's designed, it's a lot of stress, right? And it's, you know, it's putting your hands into it, and that makes your arrangement. That's why it's Shoko Iwata's or Vivian Huang's or, you know, Pat Jones. and that's, I guess, the joy of it, right? Yeah. So the second soe is 3/4 the main, and you can measure it upside down. Okay. And this one also, I'm going to just add a little. This one, I want the flowers to go and be more seeable, is there an English word like that, towards you. So. You have to listen to the magic sound. Oh, that was the magic sound. You know, and these are what you can do, and you can bend it, and even do arrangement just using bouquet, meaning quince. So this goes at, if you have a triangle, at the left side, the right side. And it's cut at an angle. Let me recut. And since this bouquet stems, quince stems seem to be very, very woodsy or very hard, I'm going to score it. So those are the techniques you would learn as a Ikebana student. So this goes in here. I think soe, when it's a little bit shorter, it's visually pleasing, more pleasing. Okay. I have a humongous pinhole in here. That's why it should not fall. This goes, let's see. I want this about 70. Low, I want it low. It's already bent, so just a little bit. Okay. Staying, okay. And then the hikae is this one. Oh. I'm doing the perspective, okay. This is the one line that goes behind the main so that we have the element of depth. Sorry. And also mechanics. I think having something here will keep the pin holder from falling. And this goes toward me, away from everyone there. Okay. So it's basically, yeah. Okay, and now these are snapdragons. Okay. These will be about 3/4 to half of that. So it's the magic fraction is 3/4, half. And then this one is more upright. And you cut it in successively in water so that instead of the air going up, the water goes up, and it would keep, the flower would keep much longer. So, these are the lesson things that you learn in Ikebana. Because I know at the garden club, you have the show, but other than the show, you don't take regular lessons. But in Ikebana, you take it once a week or once a month, and without having any show. And we do have exhibitions, and but we never ever have judging. So that's kind of nice. It's not competitive. So. Mm-hmm. Oh. I guess today I have a lot of yellows. Huh? But,
do you continue to take lessons yourself?
Oh yes. In May I'll go to a eighth North American Soget seminar where I'll take a lesson, a workshop from the Miss Akane, who's the head, And it's really different because you get to know what's happening. Basically, it's not really cutting edge, but what they're doing. Because what you're seeing, this is kind of, I must say, I do look at books before a demonstration and try to copy. And that's, you may seem like you're, plagiarizing, but to copy is real hard, And because where do they get the material? How do they, the mechanics? And then when you do it, but this I saw somewhere. I was debating whether to put red berries in it and make it, 3 colors and things. Because at the Pleasantville, I did, because it was the year of the election, I did a red, white, and blue. And that seemed nice because the event was way before. Choosing the arrangement, it's first you model, that's the word, modeling, or, But the others I kind of, I knew I had to have one basic. The next one you'll see is something I chose because it's very Sogetsu. And your original question was?
I was just wondering if you still study.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I know. It's like art, Going to when you go to exhibitions, you develop your sense of art, right? Or when you dress, when you get up and you dress, I see lovely people dressed well. That's artistic, right? Because if you don't have a necklace, you're also saying something without a necklace too. But it's the same thing. Why am I putting, So it's, we don't want to get psychological, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so, and then I have to fill in the kind of the middle. So that's what I'm thinking. This is basic variation number 2, upright. Yeah. And again, I'm always thinking of myself sitting like this woman here in the purple and thinking, oh, what's it looking like? Okay. So I think short. And also short, tall, triangle. I think of triangle. And those are the ideas that I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, and then this is my miscellaneous plant. It's from California. They did give me the name of it, and I didn't write it down at the flower market. But this is from California. I thought it was. I wanted something leafy because, you know, with the winter, it's all the leaves have gone. So adding something to the base is good. Oh, okay. This is woody, so I don't need to cut. Let's see. This is just an accent, you know, like what color of lipstick would you choose, that kind of thing. So, and this is what they had that kind of moved my fancy at the place, because it seemed, you know, out of season, which is kind of nice. Okay. Also, the branches are kind of reddish, so I thought it was pretty, you know, instead of the brown. So. Don't want to overdo. Saigo, Japanese saigo means the last one, the last space. So.
What makes you decide it's the last one?
I'm thinking I need something right there. Because basically this is filled, and you don't want to fill it too much, but this is long, and I thought here, this is like, oh, you have to, visually there's something missing there. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. I don't. Should wear a waterproof blouse. None of the leaves should touch the water. They're touching the water. Well, you know, a lot of teachers say, okay, when you arrange, be sure to have water in your containers. But a lot of the, you know, the very high professors of Ikebana, they make 10, 15 arrangements at one sitting. Well, they don't put water in there. But sometimes you need to wait for your arrangement, but they have to do it fast, and but you're not supposed to know that. Okay? So this is the basic variation number 2. Yeah, okay. And could this, yeah, I can,
No,
okay.
I can move this.
Okay, this is real, oh. Oh, right. Sure.
So we can later on we can let them.
Okay. That's my last one.
Take this one.
Okay. So. Oh. Okay. Okay. Could that be? Oh, okay. This tray is from the Finland Sogetsu branch director. She visited in September, and that's why the German person is coming, because there is another missing person in our link, Jerry Gross, a gentleman. He loves Ikebana, and he went as our representative to Finland last year, Helsinki, to receive the new, those two books reflect new curriculum that was just, it underwent a big change last April. So he went to receive the new teaching, new way of arranging. And so he was liked by the Finnish Lisa Nurian. And so she came to visit out of the blue in September. And I just happened to do a workshop that day, or a couple of days later, so, and she was able to attend it. And this was the present that my mother got. So, and I'm using this as the flower thing. So I know it says, oh, she should have used solid, this is not too big, you know. But this is Ikebana tray. And my mother said, use this and tell them about it. So, so I did my job. Okay.
So which one you are doing? This one?
No, but I'm just loading.
Okay.
Let's see. What? Oh, okay. Right. So, okay. This one's going to be kind of fun. And I marked the...
So
yep.
which one you are using? Or those ones?
Yeah, just those. Yep. This is, again, the same potter. And the person who asked me about the oasis, I'm using chicken wire here. Yeah. It kind of, well, you know, where it's kind of, where it hurts you, I have it covered, and I just kind of balled about this amount of chicken wire, maybe this much, and then put it in. And it goes from one container to another. But it doesn't seem to kind of scratch or, you know, scar the container. This is pretty solid. And this is by Sayako Bear, and it's the same sculpt potter. Sorry. Speak faster, yeah. Okay. So this is, we're in the summer now, so that's, you know, slowly we're getting. And I think this is palm? Sago. Oh, sago palm is harder, more. This is, I think, banana, right? Not a banana palm? Okay. So this is freestyle, but I'm going to show off the container. You see all the ripple, I mean the vertical ripples, so I thought this looks, you know, okay. This looks, meaning this, the short leaves of the thin leaves of the palm really kind of accentuate this. So that's why I'm using this container. And also mechanics. Yesterday I tried it with the low container, it kept falling, so, you know, I need to, that's why I need to go to continue studying. You know, it's, so I just, you know, cut at an angle, and this would hit the inside, and how I can get it at an angle is because I'm going to put it through the chicken wire. Let's see. I did it. Okay. It's going to be a big arrangement, and I think it's okay. Oh. So. Kind of fit it in. It's kind kind of nice to have it secure. And this is a smaller one, but same price. So I was thinking, but I wanted a smaller one. You know, you don't need two large ones, so. So, just to give line. And then yesterday I was thinking, and again this is the shin or the mane, and then this is the soe or the second line. And in this case, I'm not measuring, 3/4, but let's see, I like it a little bit apart. And they both get water, but they should go together. Do they go together, kind of? So that, I'm not putting a lot of materials in, so kind of the slanting. So this the quince was upright, the palm, the Caribbean palm is slanting. And to go along with the Caribbean or the warm climate is my proteus. These will last quite a bit, a month. I think they dry. And there is also the king or queen protea. And then there is the pincushion. Do you know the pincushion ones? Like this. They're orangey or yellowy. That's very nice. And here, I had to get 5 of these. So, because usually at the flower market they sell 5 to a bunch, 10 to a bunch, 25. Carnations 25. But my mother has a lot of students, so that's why I'm able to get different materials. Otherwise, once I saw a demonstration where 3 of the 5 arrangements were all carnations, because, she went down to the flower market and you can't buy a bunch of this and a bunch of that because then you exceed your budget. So if you have multiple uses for the material, it really helps. And I think that's, I'm very fortunate for my mother's class. If I did this on my own, you would see 5 arrangements in carnations. Yeah. Well, it's really true. You have to think about it.
So
Okay.
your mother still teaches? And
Yeah, she's 85, and we call her Sensei. Sensei means teacher. Yeah. And she picks me up at 6:30 in the morning every Thursday. And then we go to the flower market. And by then it's 7:30, and we come back by 9:30, and they come to help clean. So, or we do that voluntarily. So here you see the mechanics here. So this is what I'm going to. Yeah, and the stems are pretty hardy, so I'm like pushing this in and like ramming this in. Okay. And even though the 3 of them look like the same size, if anything, you try to choose the biggest stem as the shortest. You cut it the shortest, and the thinnest stem is the longest. So, because it just aesthetically looks a little better. And
Will those flowers open?
they do, but not so much. No.
what is the name of the flower again?
Proteus, proteus. Yeah. I think it's the national flower of South Africa. Know that they've discontinued apathy. Yeah, my mother did have students from South Africa once. And at the time I was on the board of the YWCA in White Plains, and I asked one of the women's husband who was with the consulate to come talk to us on apartheid. We had an incident at the Y. But that's what I remember. But it was interesting though, But since then, it's changed. Let's see.
Do you also sell your pieces too, where people come to you and say, I want an arrangement?
Oh, you mean like a table center? It's, no, you would take lessons. We could, but that's, it's not a business, so it's like a...
They're so pretty though.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't do that. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, and the containers are quite. It's an investment.
Yeah.
I know. This is mine, and that's it. This is my mother's. That's my, and it's you use it, for many years, like 20, or which one is bigger? Okay. I'm cutting the flowers around, the leaves around the flower to show that the lovely flower. Yes. I have done a dry arrangement for someone, and they paid me, but dry is it never gets bad, so it's very permanent. One of the joys of Ikebana is that they die and you can arrange. It's like, not for the moment, but it's a part. It's like when you hear singing or a soloist, it's that moment, rather than like a recording. So I think this one's a little larger, so I'll do this shorter. And that's how my brain is thinking. Okay, so why is she using one longer? Yeah. Okay, so... And this is a stem, although it's a flower, so I'm not going to cut it in water. And so 2 is really fine for this arrangement, but let's see. I'm going to... I wanted to, go eye level, so I do it low. And then this one, I'm not going to actually cut it short, but push it in so that it only a little bit shows. And this will go to the back again, the idea of perspective, of depth. Really to show. I did practice. Does it seem like I'm winging it? But one teacher that I had when I was in college said, the whole joy or the thrill of Ikebana is knowing, not knowing, and then knowing at the time that you're arranging that it's going to, it's going to come together. So she really, she was very exciting. Really good. Okay. And then these are alstroemeria. Alstroemeria are very long-lasting flowers. You must know them, right? Yeah. These were, each one had like a net on them. So. Oh no, I'm just going to put. Okay. I'm just going to put maybe 2. Just this is nice as it is. Oh, thank you. But I'm going to just add a little bit. It's the same color tone, and these are from the lily family, I believe. Yeah. It's just, add a bit of putting the mayo between the bread slices. That's what it is. Kind of. ちょっと待ってて。 We'll keep this. Okay. So again, I only use 3 out of the 4. So this is a slanting arrangement, but you know, it's nice for an entranceway. Okay. Thank you. Then. Yeah, like that. Okay. So this is my table center, a la Sogetsu. They do have table center, but it's because of the Western influence. Okay. Oh. So, okay. Everything else. Okay. Oh. I have anemones, baby's breath, and yeah. I being a copycat, I saw anemone with spirea, winter spirea. So they weren't baby's breath, but it's with the line. And I saw that like 15 years ago, and I tried to recreate. It's very nice. Done it with straight, narrow kind of vase on the side. And then I have some forsythia that finally opened up. They must be from Holland. They get them from Holland until the local ones, you know, start to come. And then this is, it looks like pine, but someone said it isn't. It's, I don't know. It's pretty. As a student, they tell you, you spread the base, do it short. If you do it short, if you have it at one place, you can do it tall. So that's like a common sense of Ikebana. But not everyone agrees. Once you're in freestyle, you can arrange anything. But so when I teach, I always teach the basics. So I'm good at basics. So let's see. Again, the main stem, the shin, you would have that, and you would do diameter plus the height. And it's for a table center, it's only once. So, and this would be the main line. I'm thinking, I guess I'll do it this way. Because the pinhole is spread out, so I'm thinking, where's my triangle? Okay, so this again, towards you, I guess I would do about 45. So it's variation number 6, which is slanting, which is table center, slanting. So the main is slanted. Okay, let me get this. I do have someone right next to me who says she does not like forsythias. Right, Marie Helen? She says she has enough of that at home, and I do not want to arrange. And I think, oh, but it's so seasonal. But so she was good to come today. No, we all have, right? One of those things. I like witch hazel, and I believe it's not the most appreciated, right? But in Japan, it's very like high-ended material. Witch hazel, very beautiful. And again, you know, second. Now, she's from Aix-en-Provence, that's her home, and she's living here, 3 years. Vivian Huang, she's a Korean woman. She was in shipping, but now she's one of us, Ikebana, and but she's born in Shanghai and then grew up in Taiwan, and so we have an international. Yeah. And then this becomes upright, right? So this is slanting, and this is upright. And I'm reviewing my flowers things. Okay. And the what I'll do is I'll do something different with this solidago or goldenrod, I'm going to use this as the last stem, meaning the hikae. Because I want to put the anemones in the middle, you know. Yep. Oh, woman, sorry. So this would be like 75, and yeah, but it's mechanics. So like once I took singing, and my teacher said I can make a dog to sing. I can teach a dog to sing. So I continue. So it's technique. But I did. But you know, I did it for emotional health, and also she was saying Japanese people don't give out emotion. So you got to do it, and it was a good therapy. It's better than taking like health foods or eating. But and I had to do solos. Oh, this is much better. Yeah. But you know, it's again like that. So technique, and you can sing. Like oh, I don't know these famous opera people. Renee Fleming. Okay. So this is kind of unusual. I'm doing the additional first and then adding the main flower in last. And what it is one way is to spread it out, like in Western table setters, where you do it, you know, here and there. But this time, since this container, it's called a U, 2 U's, and it's designed by the son of Mr. Sofu, who has passed away it's been about 5 years, actually 8, and Hiroshi Sensei, so it was his design. And so it's made of plastic, but very easy to transport, and it gives you good ideas for innovative ikebana. Okay, and I'm going to step up my pace.
Are you a master gardener also?
No, horticulture is very difficult. I've been a member of the Garden Club of Mamaroneck for 1991. But it really is, horticulture is, horticulture growing is a lot of, you know, it's different from cutting flowers and growing flowers it's a different world, don't you think? And also this and bonsai is very different. I don't know anything about bonsai. There's, you know, and that's another field. Yeah, so, これで so, これ後で入れようかな、どうしようかな。No, I'm going to put some of this in here. Yeah. It's just for color. Also, in Japanese, there's some arrangements where you can add 4, 5, 6, you know, arrangements, and then you do it in a basket or something. But you know, I don't have a basket, so no need to talk about it. So this is would be workable with an oasis in here. And if I were to give it to someone, you know, for like a dinner party or something, then the oasis is okay, and then she can return the container. Getting my container back, yeah. I put this in because it's the season, you know, in January. So if it were like May, I don't know, maybe something of that season. What would we use? Sweet William, or you know, although they have it, you know, They even have hydrangeas. They have everything, you know. So there is one thing I didn't mention is Japanese flower arranging is of the season. So that's quite important. Seasonal. Yeah, okay. Right. It's just, you know. Okay, so these are my anemones. So I see a bare spot here, so I'm doing it here. Maybe I do it this way. Then I do another one. White one. White one back here.
Use a yellow flower. You use the red and white.
Oh, you know, the bunch only came in red. And usually they have other colors, but that was too open. There was a purple, and then the other bunch was all bluey kind. And I didn't want to get two, so yeah. I know I shouldn't. Blue would look pretty. I didn't have any blue flowers. I usually do like to have blue flowers. They had some agapanthus, purple ones, but it was not that good. Also, you know, it was very icy, so we didn't want to go and walk too much, and because, you know, yeah. I wanted to do irises, very Japanese, but they were too tight, and so sometimes, you know, it's like you go, oh, bless you, food shopping, and
Is this in the front and back, the one you're doing now?
it's all over. View from front, yeah. So.
But the others have a front and a back.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the table center.
Yeah, this is.
Right,
So I'm thinking it has to also look okay on this side. But
Where do you get your flowers?
28th Street, associated mainly between 6th and 7th. And then they have U.S. Evergreen. They have a lot of branches. The quince. I got that a week before to make it blossom, because you don't want to buy it open. That means it's been there a while. And then they're never in water. So if you go and buy flowers in water, you say, well, can you give me a discount? Because it's older. Because once you put it in water, it gets conditioned and it starts to open up. So, you know, but like amaryllis is, it's all closed, so, but I thought that was more Western. But that would have been nice if the demonstration was in December. Probably amaryllises. Yeah. These may be tall, but oh well. And then, no, sorry, put it in. And then, so it's just, this other short, right? This is, you know, just like icing on the cake. Okay. Yeah. So some Ikebana people, very sophisticated people, they don't like this material. It's too childish. But I like it. It's no. I think it. You know that if you arrange with an orchid and with branches, you don't want to put like chrysanthemums in it because they have different. There's a hierarchy in flowers, and that's so strange in a way. So this, if you add this to something, it kind of makes it less, high-ended or something. But today, this is the season. Oh, and the sun's kind of coming out too.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's so American. That's why.
Oh, no. But they also have like where it's all baby's breath, and then you use like 2 or 3 bunches, and it's a mass arrangement. Yeah. When you come up later to look at this, you're going to see a lot of pinholder, but it's supposed to really be covered with the baby's breath. So.
Sorry, what would you cover it with?
To baby's breath.
Oh,
Because you wouldn't put stones in this one, and the pin holders that I have in this one I got in Tokyo. They're rectangular. This one too. This fall. I have enough. Yeah, just especially here, right? And again, I do tall, short, tall, short. Mostly think of short. And, and you really don't want to do it all over. There you go.
how many lessons do you just take to be able to do a nice arrangement?
I would say about a year. That once a week, 52. And then from there, you can do maybe every other week or once a month, or. But
Keep up practicing them.
Oh, she has students, so during college I didn't do too much, and then when I raised my 3 children, once in a while I had my son. First demonstration was at the Greenwich Garden Club, and it was a vase arrangement. I was so scared, and it didn't fall over, but just standing in front of the group, and my son is now 28, but he's so. And it's basically the same arrangement, but your confidence and also, I guess it's the history, the emotional history, and also, each year my mother finds flowers, or we find flowers that we've never seen before. So that's kind of exciting when you go. Yes.
So you can hold it.
Oh, okay. So this is the spring, that's the summer, spring, early spring, and then, kind of New Year's. So I could thank you.